Welcome to HFY Beyond Terra, where humanity doesn't just survive, it becomes the galaxy's biggest surprise. Subscribe, and let's go beyond Terra.
No one remembered why Earth was abandoned. That was the first lie we told ourselves. The truth was etched into our archives, buried under euphemisms and softened language. Earth had not been forgotten by accident. It had been left behind on purpose, written off as a necessary loss during the collapse. At the time, it seemed reasonable. The Spiral Compact, our alliance of 12 spacefaring civilizations, was unraveling. Hyperlane networks were failing. Core worlds were burning. Entire species were vanishing between one solar cycle and the next. Every resource mattered. Every ship mattered. Every life that could be saved elsewhere mattered more than those on the fringes. Earth was a fringe world, primitive by our standards, no faster than light travel, no planetary shields, no unified planetary government, just a single species of bipedal mammals, clever, loud, and fragile, clinging to one blue world on the edge of explored space. When the collapse reached Sol, we had a choice. Evacuate Earth or save 3 core systems. The vote was swift. Earth would be supported but not saved. We diverted what aid we could spare: medical data, climate stabilization algorithms, energy infrastructure designs. We sent automated platforms, seed vaults, orbital mirrors. We even left behind a handful of advisors, knowing full well we would never return for them. Then we sealed the hyper lane, and we told ourselves that was mercy. I was young when Earth was left behind, too young to vote but old enough to remember the debates that echoed through the halls of the Council sphere. I remember the tone of relief when the decision was made. Relief that we would survive. Relief that the loss was manageable. Humans are resilient, they said. They will adapt, they said. They were never meant to join us anyway. I believed them. For centuries afterward, Earth became a footnote, a cautionary example used in ethics lectures and historical simulations. A symbol of sacrifice, of hard choices, of survival at any cost, and slowly, quietly, Earth faded from conversation. Until the day our long-range sentinels screamed. The first signal arrived from beyond mapped space, not a probe, not a distress call, a fleet. It emerged at the edge of the Perseus Drift where no hyperlane should exist. Ships unfolded from folded space like blades drawn from shadows. Their drives distorted local spacetime in ways our physicists could not immediately model. They did not attack. They did not broadcast threats. They transmitted a single, tightly focused message addressed to the Spiral Compact Council. "We are humanity. We are here to repay a debt." Panic followed. Emergency sessions were called. Defense grids activated. War simulations ran so fast they burned out prediction cores. Every model ended the same way. We would lose. The human fleet outnumbered us 3-1. Worse, their ships were not optimized for elegance or efficiency. They were overbuilt, layered with redundant systems, absurd armor densities, and weapons that seemed designed less for victory and more for endurance. They were not here to conquer quickly. They were here to stay. I was appointed liaison by default. I was old enough now, older than any human alive when Earth was abandoned. I had studied the archives. I knew the language. I knew the guilt. Most importantly, I had voted once long ago to classify Earth as a non-recoverable ally. That made me appropriate. When the human delegation requested a meeting, I was sent to receive them. They arrived in person, not holograms, not envoys of proxy species. Humans. They walked into the council sphere wearing utilitarian attire, no symbols of rank, no displays of power. Their faces bore lines of age and expression, eyes sharp with alert curiosity. There were 6 of them. One stepped forward. "I'm Admiral Elena Morales," she said calmly. "United Terran Systems." Her accent was unfamiliar, language drifted in fascinating ways over centuries, but her meaning was unmistakable. "I was born on Earth," she continued, 312 years after you left." I felt something cold settle in my core. "You survived," I said. She smiled, not warmly, not cruelly. "We did more than survive." They told us what happened after we left. At first, it was chaos. Our aid helped, but not enough. Climate systems failed faster than predicted. Resource wars ignited. Billions died in the first century alone. The advisors we left behind became myths, then martyrs. Human civilization fractured. Then something changed. Faced with extinction, humanity did what it always had, what we had underestimated. They cooperated, not perfectly, not peacefully, but persistently. They unified not through idealism, but necessity. They rebuilt using scavenged orbital platforms and half-understood alien schematics. They taught themselves physics by trial, error, and catastrophe. When hyperlane theory proved unreachable, they invented something else. Fold drives, crude at first, dangerous. Entire crews lost to miscalculations, but humans accepted the cost. "We don't stop because it's dangerous," Admiral Morales said. "We stop when it's impossible, and even then, sometimes we don't." I believed her, because the fleet outside our system was proof. "Why come back?" a counselor demanded during the joint session. "You owe us nothing," another said quickly. "We did what we could." Morales looked at them for a long moment. "You did," she agreed. "You sent help when it hurt you to do so." A ripple of relief passed through the chamber, then she continued. "And you also decided we were expendable." Silence. "We're not here for revenge," she said, anticipating the fear. "If we wanted that, this conversation wouldn't be happening." "Then why?" I asked. She turned to me. "Because when Earth was dying, you left us tools instead of chains," she said. "You didn't enslave us, you didn't strip our world, you didn't erase us. You gave us a chance." Her voice hardened. "And humanity does not forget its debts." The galaxy was still recovering from the collapse. Trade routes were fragile. Several member species hovered on the brink of extinction. Pirate coalitions and rogue AIs threatened entire sectors. The compact survived, but barely. Humanity saw this, and instead of exploiting it, they helped. Human engineers rebuilt hyperlane anchors using hybrid fold technology. Their medical fleets eradicated plagues we had failed to cure for centuries. Their warships hunted pirates relentlessly, not for profit, but stability. Where they went, systems stabilized. Where they stayed, worlds flourished. They asked for no tribute, only access. And honesty. Years passed. Human worlds multiplied, diverse, loud, contradictory. They argued endlessly among themselves, but when the galaxy trembled, they stood united. Slowly, humans became indispensable, not rulers, guardians, and the narrative shifted. Children across the compact learned new history lessons. Earth was not abandoned. Earth was tested, and humanity endured. I watched this transformation with awe and unease because I remembered the vote. On the 10th anniversary of First Contact, Admiral Morales requested a private meeting. We met on a station overlooking a reconstructed star system, once dead, now vibrant. "You look troubled," she said. "I am," I admitted. "You've repaid the debt tenfold." She nodded. "We know." "Then why stay?" She gestured to the stars. Because someone once believed we were worth helping, she said softly. Even when it cost them. That belief shaped us. She looked at me directly. And now the galaxy needs someone willing to do the same. History will record that humanity did not conquer the stars. They answered them. They remembered who helped them when it mattered, even imperfectly. They remembered who walked away, and they chose to become something better than either. As for us, we learned a final lesson. Never mistake silence for weakness. Never mistake abandonment for forgetfulness. And never assume that a debt, once given, will go unpaid. Because when humanity comes to collect, they don't come with fire, they come with reckoning.